Hi, this is Silvia Colloca, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble the perfect antipasto platter with some homemade grissini and the beautiful Dorsogna artisan range of cold cuts. So first off, we have to make the dough for grissini, and it's a fairly easy dough to make. I've got some water in here that I've mixed up with some dried yeast, and I've got flour in this bowl, and the two go together. So far, so good. Give it a mix, and at this point I haven't added any salt yet because I want to make sure that before I do that the yeast is evenly incorporated in the dough, because otherwise the salt will deactivate the yeast and we don't want that. Now that it's safe to add the salt, I'm going to be generous, a good couple of pinches, and tip this onto the board. And there are no better tools here to use than your hands. So don't be afraid to go in and assemble this dough, and stretching it out and turning it around until you feel it's supple and it's got texture, and that texture is gonna turn into flavor and the most beautiful crunchy grissini you can dream of. And it's becoming quite stable, and if you do this, it doesn't splatter onto the board in a big mess. I am ready to pop it back onto this bowl, cover it ever so slightly with some olive oil just to prevent a film from forming whilst it's rising. I'm going to tuck it in for a bit of a sleep. This is a damp tea towel. At room temperature, look, about 90 minutes to 2 hours. It really depends on the temperature in your kitchen. You'll know it's ready to roll because it will have more than doubled in size. It's been just under 2 hours and the dough is looking and smelling amazing. It's quite delicate and quite soft. Don't be scared to knock down all this air. Just plonk it onto the board. Now you'll need a tiny bit of flour to work here, otherwise it's a little bit too sticky, but a sticky dough equals crunchy grissini, which is what we want to pair with these beautiful Dorsogna cold meats. I'm just going to drizzle the tiniest bit of olive oil onto the log, like so. Maybe I'll use a brush to help me along. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. And then I'll sprinkle some herbs and salt everywhere so that they stick. I've got some chopped thyme leaves and rosemary. I mean, can't go wrong with those two. And flip it over. Salt. At this point, we are ready to roll. And what I'll do, I'll divide the dough into a few different size pieces. Roll them into logs like this, and then cut each log into tiny pieces that I'll stretch into grissini. These will take no time at all to bake. They're so skinny. I'd say possibly, 15 minutes in a 200 oven. Watch them carefully. You don't want to burn them. Here they are, both trays ready and smelling incredible. I think I'm going to put some prosciutto here. A match made in heaven with grissini out of the oven. I mean,